Hey everybody. So there's a lot been going on in the news, right? I didn't want to make a vlog on it. I didn't want to talk about it because a lot of people have kind of talked it to death. But it's brought a lot of new searchers to the thrill of the chase. A lot of people are hearing about it for the first time because of what's been in the news. So I thought I'd make a vlog for those people. Now you can go check out my other vlogs on Forrest Fenn. But this one is going to be just for the people that are brand new to the hunt, to Forrest Fenn and the thrill of the chase. You know, and all I'm going to say about what's in the news, a second person died out there in the Rocky Mountains looking for the chest. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. There's two words: personal responsibility. You're responsible for your own actions. You can't put it on Forrest, and you can't tell him to end the hunt, in my opinion, because people are responsible for what they go do. Forrest has said over and over again, don't go where 79 or 80-year-old person couldn't go to hide it when he hit the chest. And if you do anything other than that, that's on you. When the police chief asked him to end it, he said he would actually release some things to try and keep people safer. And I was trying to think what he would be able to do. And the only thing I can think is he would narrow down where to look. So he might say it's not at the top of a mountain. He might say it's not in water. You don't have to cross a river or a stream to get there. So only way I can think that he would be able to narrow it down. But it'll be interesting to see what he comes out with. So it is Saturday, June 24th, and it is hot outside. It's 111 degrees here in Las Vegas. I was thinking of going to the pool, but that's just too hot, even for the pool. It's so hot, I was even thinking of shaving my beard off. So instead, I thought I'd make a little coffee and have a little chat with you fine people. So anybody that's new to the chase, anybody that's heard about this in the news, maybe you don't have the books, maybe you just ordered the books. Couple words of advice coming from your pal Cowlazars. The biggest mistake I've seen people make, and I've probably gotten 75 emails from people telling me about their solutions, what they think, where they want to go look. And just like Forrest says, they pick a spot, but they're not picking a spot based on where warm waters halt. They're picking a spot because there's a home of brown and there's a canyon. And look, it's got something to do with artwork, or it's got something to do with fossils, or it's got something to do with archaeologists or old Indian stuff, and none of that's in the poem. You really got to do some research on this before you go out there and look. And somebody asked Forrest, is there any specialized knowledge needed? And he said, no, all you need is the poem, and there's hints in the book that help you with the poem, and that's it. In the scrapbooks he puts out, I don't put any faith in those. Are there clues in there? There might be. But how do you discern what's a clue? There's over 150 scrapbooks I think we're up to? How do you tell what's a clue and what's not? And maybe Forrest is being a little mischievous and throwing some misdirection in there too. Maybe. I don't know. But I discount the scrapbooks. I read them, but I don't look for clues. I get emails from people and say, look in that picture in that scrapbook. The pen is facing northeast. So that's the way we have to go. Or look, there's a photoshopped hat, or there's this, there's that, there's a picture of a bear, the running man, and the carved into his tree. All that relates. Maybe it does, but I can't go off of that. I've got to go with the poem and the book. Why? Because the guy that created this whole thing, that's what he says to do. So that's number one. Read the scrapbooks, but make sure, more importantly to me, read the interviews that Forrest did and the questions that he's answered. He keeps telling people to go back to the poem over and over and over again. And you have to know what the first clue is. And, I'm trying to find where he actually said that where warm waters halt is the first clue. I've never been able to actually find it yet. I find a lot of people that repost it, a lot of people that say that's what he said. But I'm trying to find the interview or the question he answered where he actually said it. Now, I've heard him say you have to find where warm waters halt. But I haven't heard him put it together with the first clue is where warm waters halt. But regardless, you have to find out where warm waters halt. And regarding that, what has he said? He said there's thousands of places where warm waters halt north of Santa Fe. Look at the big picture. The other thing he said that relates to that is you need the poem, the Thrill of the Chase book, and a comprehensive knowledge of geography. Look at the big picture and comprehensive knowledge of geography. To me, that means the entire Rocky Mountain range is what you need to be looking at. Not a specific state, not a specific city. You need to look at the entire Rocky Mountain range. And where do warm waters halt when you look at the Rocky Mountains as a whole? A lot of people think the Continental Divide is where all waters halt because it either goes to the Pacific or it goes to the Atlantic. I got that right? So all waters halts at the Continental Divide, if you want to look at it that way. But he didn't say all waters. He said where warm waters halt. So I don't know if we can use the Continental Divide. And the other thing is, if you do use it, it runs the entire length of the Rocky Mountains. So that's not really a starting point. How do you find a canyon or a home of brown from there? So somewhere in the Rocky Mountains, warm waters halt. Now you can look at my older videos and see what I think, right? But just remember, use the poem and use the thrill of the chase for hints on how to solve the clues in the poem. But the poem is all you need. The 9 clues are the only thing that's going to take you to that treasure chest. Not a scrapbook, not an interview, not some other crazy things that people use. And I've heard a lot, trust me. And I just want to say thanks to everybody that sent me emails and I've talked to on the phone. Keep sending them. I love hearing other people's stories. I'm going to be honest with you on what I think. I'd say 95% don't make any sense to me, and I tell the people that, and don't take it personal. It's just, I'm trying to look at this from a logical point of view and from Forrest Fenn's point of view. So, and that's probably why I haven't never been out searching yet, because I just can't find the one place that makes sense, just using the poem in the book. So. The other thing, and I'm guilty of it too, is people kind of come up with a solution and they latch onto it and they don't want to let it go. They don't want to listen to reason. They don't want to listen to other opinions. And yet they'll email me their solution. But then when I give them feedback, they don't really want to hear it. And you know, the My Word is Key vlog that I did, I've done some crazy things myself. But always be willing to accept that you're wrong. And always be willing to listen to new ideas. That's my advice for new people coming onto the hunt. I've been in this thing for 5 years. Just recently started making videos about it. And it's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's just frustrating. You got to put a lot of work into it. You know, there was somebody sent me a message that said, I just read the poem 2 days ago and I know exactly where the chest is. No, you don't. Is there a slight possibility you do? Yeah, I'll give you that. But for the most part, for 99.999%, you don't know where it is. You think you know where it is. And maybe what you have is a possibility of where it is. Look at it that way. What you have is a possibility of where it is. Whenever I hear somebody say, I know right where it is, to me that tells me they're shut down from discussion, that they don't know where it is. You have a possibility of where it is. Where warm waters halt is the most important thing we can figure out. And there's possibilities for where warm waters halt. Think of, there's probably 100,000 people that have read the poem and that have been on maps looking. And Forrest has said a couple have figured out the first 2 clues. A couple to me means 2 or 3. So out of 100,000 searchers, 2 or 3 got the first 2 clues right. And they don't even know who they were. So don't let it discourage you. Just keep an open mind. All right, I want to read something to you guys. This is a question to Forrest that he answered. This is on the Mysterious Writings website. If you're interested in the thrill of the chase, you should really check it out because there's a lot of good questions and answers from Forrest. It's mysteriouswritings.com. Hi, Fenn. I've read your wonderful books and they didn't help me one iota. The poem with your precious 9 clues is ambiguous, which means absolutely worthless in my opinion. I don't think the bronze box can be found using the information that is currently available. I have armchaired this thing to death. Why don't you give me something I can chew on? Why don't you give me something that I can chew on? Thanks for nothing. Out of here. And here's Forrest Fenn's response. Well, Mr. Out of there, I will give you something to chomp on. Stop armchairing this thing to death and get out in the trees where the box is at. But before you go, look at the poem as if it were a map, because it is. And like any other map, it will show you where to go if you follow its directions. F. There's been a little debate on this with, is the poem a map or not? And I think it is. It actually tells you step by step where to go. Here's something else I wanted to read to you guys, which I thought relates. This was from Forrest Fenn. I would advise new searchers to look for the clues in my poem and try to marry them to a place on a map. It's that simple, people. You find you find the 9 clues in the poem, and you find out where they relate on a map. And then you go to the treasure chest. Find where warm waters halt. That's the most important thing. You can find a whole bunch of places where it looks like warm waters halt, but you've got to find out why that is the warm waters that halt, that Forrest is talking about. So, and from there, look for your home of brown, your canyon down, and just go through the clues. And the most important thing once you get out there is find that blaze, and you should be able to find the chest. So what else is going on? I got a package in the mail. This bad boy right here. But I'm going to wait and open it next weekend when the kids are here. They had so much fun opening Bobby's package with me from Japan that I'm going to wait. Any packages I get, I'm going to wait and open them with the kids. So if anybody wants to send something to me or the kids, the address is down below. Got a postcard from New York City. Daniel from the Bronx. This is for the Map of the Dead book giveaway. I really enjoy your vlogs. Keep up the good work. All right, Daniel, you are in. And speaking of that, Map of the Dead is a book that is a treasure hunt for a gold pyramid. The gold pyramid's worth over $10,000 US, and the author has 4 questions on his website. Whoever the first person is to answer those 4 questions gets the gold pyramid. I'm doing a book giveaway, not just one, but I'm giving away 2 copies of Map of the Dead. So if you want to be in for that drawing, like Daniel, send me a letter, send me a postcard, send me something in the mail, address is down below, that says, hey, I want to be in for the Map of the Dead, and make sure you include a address that I can ship the book to you. I'm going to do that giveaway next weekend, so get your entries in the mail by Monday or Tuesday, and they should get to me. I'll cut it off Saturday. I'll go check my mailbox on Saturday, and I'll probably do the vlog on Sunday. So you got 1 week left to get those entries into me. 2 copies of Map of the Dead going out. Another treasure hunt is called Breakfast, Tea, and Bourbon. This one is for $50,000. The author took something and hid it somewhere in the continental United States. You find it using the clues in the book, you give it to him, and he will give you a check for $50,000. There's a special offer just for my viewers to buy that book, the printed book, and the Kindle version, and the Paraliminal for $15. That ends this Friday, June 30th. I believe Friday is June 30th. That ends at the end of June. So you only have 1 week left. So anybody that's interested, please use the link. I'll put that down below as well. And get the book. I think the book is about $18 regular price, just the book. But you can get the book and the Kindle and the Paraliminal for $15. I also did a 1-hour interview with Pete Bissonette, the author, specifically about questions about the treasure hunt. So I'll put a link if you guys want to watch that interview, see if you get interested. The other thing is I got Astronomyth in the mail. Astronomyth is another treasure hunt. Astronomyth.com, check that out. But it's a big book. It's full of a lot of stuff, so I will do a vlog on it, but it's going to be later on. It's going to be after the Map of the Dead giveaway is done, after the Breakfast, Tea, and Bourbon link has expired. We'll do that one probably a month or 2 from now. There's a lot to digest in that book. And I've got a bunch of different treasure hunts going on at the same time, so we'll get to it. Just hold tight. And the last thing is, which you treasure searchers for Thrill of the Chase might be interested in, is I'm going to give away this book right here. The Thrill of the Chase by Forrest Fenn. It's going to go to one of you lucky subscribers. I'm going to give this book away when I reach 1,000 subscribers. It's a 1,000 subscriber book giveaway. I'm at about 610 right now, so we got a little less than 400 to go. And the quicker we get to 1,000 subscribers, the quicker I'll give this book away. But you can send me something in the mail now for this book. Don't know when the drawing's going to be because I don't know when I'm going to get to 1,000 subscribers. But you can send it to me now. And people have. I think I've gotten about 4 entries so far for the Thrill of the Chase book giveaway. So send me a postcard, send me a letter. Address is down below. Make sure you tell me it's for the Thrill of the Chase book giveaway because I've also got Map of the Dead. And if you want to be in for both, 2 postcards. I'm not going to take one that says, put me in for everything. Separate it, okay? Send it to me. Say why you want the Thrill of the Chase, what you think. Are you a new searcher? Are you a veteran searcher? Do you just want an extra copy to make notes? Do you want to give it to somebody? Is it a gift? Let me know. And, yeah, we will give that away to one lucky winner. Hopefully real soon. Oh, I almost forgot. Thanks to the guy who sent me the coffee in the mail. He saw I was out in the Breakfast, Tea, and Bourbon video, so he sent me a thing of coffee, and it's almost gone. It's good coffee. I like it better than Folgers. So thank you very much. And if anybody wants to send me any more, I'll definitely use it. So if you like what I'm doing here with the vlogs, if you like that I'm doing vlogs on these different treasure hunts, as you see around here. Do me a favor, hit the likes button, hit the subscribe button, share it, tell your friends about it, and leave a comment down below. Email me, shoot me an email. The address is down below. Send me something in the mail, and if you send me a shirt, make it an extra large. Maybe 2X is better. As you can see, I'm fat. So, send me some mail, shoot me an email, let me know what treasure hunt you're working on, let me know how things are going. So right now we've got 4. Actually, I've got 4 that I'm working on. Forrest Fenn, Thrill the Chase, Breakfast Tea and Bourbon, Pete Bissonette, Astana Myth, and Map of the Dead. So 4 treasure hunts going on at the same time. Somehow I got to separate my time here to try and make this out. Try and work on these and not get nothing done, which seems like last week there's been so much going on. I haven't got anything done. I think I'm going to go to the pool. I think I'm going to brave that heat. And I hope you guys are having a good Saturday. And I will talk to you soon. And if you made it all the way to the end of this video, put Devil's Tower down in the comments below. Let me know you made it to the end. All right, I'll see you next time.
Hi guys, we're gonna try to get 20,000 likes and please subscribe.
Smash the like button.
Yeah. Smash the like button. Like button.
Smash.
So yeah.